good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Uh, Shit's getting real. It's getting real. Um, a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines playing it safe and thinking it's their problem and it has nothing to do with you, but you're sadly mistaken. You're gonna get caught up in this mess, whether you want to or not. And right now, man, we destroying ourselves. We're destroying ourselves, and nobody seems to care. I mean, at this point, I don't know what else to say or do. I really don't. I mean, what's it gonna take for you to see that if something break off in this country, let's say a civil war, how you gonna determine who's who? How you gonna determine who's on what side and who's not? How you gonna determine that? Okay? What's going on, Steve? Thank you for joining me, man. You the first one up in here. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how divided we are because we disagree. We can't have no kind of consensus. And let me show you how powerful this thing of stop hating each other because you disagree. See, a lot of people just want to pin this on race and politics. But look at the amount of people who hate themselves because they disagree over sports. Let me say that again. Look at the amount of people who hate themselves because they disagree over sports. Pour some race and politics on top of that. You got a lethal explosion. Not only that, look at the people who are in divorce court or child support court. Happy Saturday, Tanya. Thank you for joining me, Tanya. Look at those people that hate themselves. You got people who were once in love, making babies, and now hate each other over child support. Pour some race and politics on top of that. See, we ain't addressed the little simple issues that we hate ourselves over. And then when we put race and politics on top of it, it just magnifies it. How you gonna know who's who? Who's the bad person and who's the good person? In the Civil War, they always said the South would rise again. Okay, remember during the Civil War, they said the South will rise again. Well, this is what you got right now. And we got so much bitterness and so much hatred between each other that we don't even want to talk to one another. And I don't know what else can I say or do to get people to see, man, stop hating each other because you disagree. That is not only in America, but the world is hating each other because they disagree. And nobody wants to talk to each other, and everybody talking at each other. Like if my half of the ship go down, yours is safe. Come on, man. Ain't nobody safe on this ship. There ain't but one ship. It ain't but one ship, and we all own it. And the rich got all the lifeboats. They got all the lifeboats, the rich. And we fighting each other like cats and dogs on a sinking ship. Like one side is safe and the other side. What body do you know that doesn't have a right and a left side? What body? What body do you know that don't have a right and a left side? And if you take away one of them sides, that body's going to be dysfunctional. And right now, we got the right trying to destroy the left and the left trying to destroy the right. Who you hurting? Who you hurting? Who you hurting? Ain't but one body. And the right trying to destroy the left side and the left side trying to destroy the right side on the same body. And nobody have a problem with that. Nobody's upset about that. Nobody is discouraged about that. We doing it to ourselves. We doing it to ourselves. And we can't blame nobody but us. Because we're the ones that don't want to talk to one another. We are the ones that don't want to communicate with each other. You know, hey, all the time, them Democrats, them Republicans. Come on, man. This is the same body. It's the same body. And how can you function if you ain't got your left and your right hand? How can you function? So you want to cut off your right arm, and now and you right-handed, and you want to cut it off. So now you got to learn how to do everything with one hand, because you done cut off your other side, or you cut off your left side, and you got to do now everything you got to do now. You got to do it with one hand, one side. Okay? So and see, and let me tell you, like I'm looking. Let me look this person up. See, when is enough, y'all? When is enough enough? I mean, seriously. When is enough enough? When are we gonna come to our senses and realize that and this just ain't let me see here. Okay, you joined in 2013, the real PG. I'll let you stick around. UK, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining me. Thank you. But I mean, seriously, man, seriously. And see, as long as we're divided, as long as we don't want to talk to one another, we can all be manipulated. And that's what's going on right now. Because of this division, because of this hatred for one another that we have created, the rich are still getting richer. Cause they don't have to worry about us. Cause they got us distracted fighting each other. They can tell us anything. They can do anything. They can pass any kind of law because they got us too busy fighting each other. And they still getting richer. But yet, none of us can break through. And if you think I'm lying, I got 9 people up in here. Name the last rags to riches story that you know of. Let's just start right there. Name the last rags to riches story you know of, that everybody know about. Name it. But the rich are still getting richer, but you can't name a rags to riches story. But the rich are still getting richer. Why is that? Why is that? And see, they don't want to let voices like mine come through because I'm making sense. You see, I'm making sense. Oh, what is it? You see, in the in the in the black community, when you're trying to elevate yourself, you're cloud chasing. See, in the black community, see, that's how they got us. See, the majority of the social media influencers won't talk to me because I'm cloud chasing. See, that's what they do when you try to break out of the fold. See, they'll start labeling you to minimize you. You're not supposed to come up with any creative ideas to that could possibly be a rags to riches moment. But everybody want that money. See, everybody, you ain't, I ain't, there's 10 of y'all up in here now, and you ain't gonna turn down no money. But how come you can't come up with a rags to riches idea? How come you can't come up with a solution? How come you can't come up with an answer? Why? Because most of y'all are afraid. You're afraid to speak up. You'll get behind closed doors, man, and run your mouth all day, 24 hours behind closed doors. But when it comes time to getting on the front line, see, when it comes time to sacrificing, when it comes time to really getting involved, you ain't gonna do that. And saying we got a lot of people right now that have been sowing division in this country, but all of a sudden now they want to talk about unity. After they done got rich, sowing division and animosity and hate. Okay? That's it. That's I mean, seriously. And you would be surprised. I mean, when I'm 73. So I done seen some things in my lifetime. And I can recognize when people are looking at me at my color versus as being a human being. They'll sit down, man, they'll enjoy your creativity. They'll have fun. They'll get all they can get out of it and look at you like, well, okay, see you later, next time. But why is it that nothing positive can break through? Why is that? And I got the answer for the world. Stop hating each other because you disagree. And no matter what adversity that I've experienced, I haven't given up. This is why this cop came down. Man, let me tell y'all something. I've been learning some stuff, man. I've been this arrest that when this dude locked me up, I had to go and do some research. Okay, I had to go and do some research, and one of the things I found out was, wait a minute, let me see. You can get a permit. It's every 7 days. That's my message. I protest. Stop hating each other because you disagree. is a protest. That's a protest. And I've been at it for 6 years now. Yeah, I'm a Black History specialist. That's what I started. DCBlackTours.com. That was my. But nobody was interested in the Black history. Okay, so I'm glad Black History Month is over, because it's always been my worst month. Has always been Black History Month. Okay, when I first created my tours, my first Black History Month, I was praying to God, please, Lord, don't let me go out of business in Black History Month with no Black tour. That's how bad business was. No matter what I did, no matter what kind of attention I tried to get, I got ignored. I got ignored. And I was praying to God, please, Father, just don't let me go out of business. I can't take that. I would not be able to handle that. That's how bad it was, man. That's how bad it was. And in my 51 years that I've been in DC, man, I done created stuff, I done made first of its kind, and people look at you like, you clout chasing. Because I'm not afraid to speak up. I'm clout chasing. Because I'm not afraid to stand up. I'm clout chasing. Okay? I'm clout chasing. This is why I don't get the support of the Black community, because I'm clout chasing. All right? We destroying each other. We are destroying each other and don't even realize it. We all are at risk. This shit, man, if this country go down, you think you safe? You think you safe? If this country go down? If this country get involved in a civil war, do you think you safe, or your family, or your friends, or your children? You think they safe? Because we don't know who's who. How you gonna determine who's who? You can only go by the color of one's skin. And we all are at risk. Yet, nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. And I'm ringing the alarm. Hey, man, stop this. Stop it. We're hurting ourselves. Stop it. And it's falling on deaf ears. And I'm gonna tell you something. See, this Israel today ain't the Israel of the Bible. And that's what a lot of people, a lot of Christians in America are making this Israel today. Somebody say they on food stamps, they don't care. Man, just like that, them food stamps could be gone. Now what you gonna do? Now, see, what you gonna do then? What you gonna do then? When they take them benefits away from you? And see, and now in order to get food stamps, you got to go out and actively try to find a job. They ain't just, you see, back in the day, you used to they didn't care about food stamps. But now you got to go and apply for a job to continue getting them benefits. You're going to have to do something now to continue to get. It ain't no freebie no more like it used to be. See, because folk don't want to learn their history, see, welfare was designed to be permanent in the Black community to keep them enslaved. That's the whole purpose of welfare, was to create generation on top of generation of people that I want to show this. I want to show this. See, who is this person? Who is this person? Let me look this person up. You doing a lot of talking up in here. I got to see who you are. Got to see who you are. See who you are. Okay. This person talking about fatherless black homes. Well, let me show you how black homes got to be fatherless. Because obviously you don't know. See, when they created welfare, they told a black man, listen, we'll give your kids, you can have as many babies as you want, with as many different women as you want, as long as you ain't in the house overnight. We gonna get them welfare. Okay? We gonna get them welfare. That's how the government said, in order for your woman and your children to get any benefits, you can't sleep in the house overnight. And now you got a generation to generation stuck in the mindset of something for nothing. Slavery. That's all you creating, a new form of slavery. And see, here's somebody talking about the Democrats, and you're on the same body. You're on the same body. You are on the same body. You're on the same body. Same one. Left and the right. Same body. And they trying to destroy each other. Same body. Trying to destroy each other. Who you think wins? Who you think wins? You got Republicans fighting Democrats. Who you think gonna win? Who you think gonna win? Who you think gonna win? Lincoln didn't flee the slaves, man. Slaves freed themselves, because you don't know our history. See, you see, this is one thing I've learned about white history. They lie to themselves. Okay? They lie to themselves. They lie about their history. So if they're gonna lie about their history, this person talking about educate myself. Educate myself? Come on, man. Come on. This is not the Little Dick Zone. What's going on? How you doing? This ain't the Little Dick Zone. You're on the wrong playground. You need to go over to the Little Dick playground. That's where you need to be. This ain't the Little Dick playground right here. Okay? All right? This ain't the Little Dick playground. Because, see, I put my resume up against yours and you look like shit. It's just that simple. Okay? So it ain't about Republican or Democrat. Man, this is about how we gonna survive as people. How we gonna come together. How we gonna save ourselves. Okay? Leave him alone, Tanya. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. don't mess with him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him step here and have his fun. Spew out your negativity, man, because all that shit just gonna come back to you. It ain't gonna hurt me. Your negativity that you spewing out ain't gonna hurt me. Okay, Dad, leave him alone. I need that. I need that as an example. Well, I don't even think we're gonna have an election this November. I don't think we're gonna have one. I really think I really think, until we can see, here's the problem. Too many people have co-signed with wrong. They see wrong, and they won't try to correct it. They'll go along with it in the name of Jesus. Okay? They'll use Jesus to justify. Uh um it is a basket case, man. We destroying ourselves. Ain't nobody got to come in here and overthrow this country. We destroying ourselves. It's just that simple. We are destroying ourselves because we have been pitted against one another. They pit us against each other with politics. They pit us together against each other with race. Okay? It's just that simple. And as long, see, a house divided can't stand. A house divided can't stand. And they have successfully divided the people. They've divided. Okay? And there are, man, it's just so much going on. But shit's getting real. Shit is about to get real. Cause this war that they done started over there, it ain't gonna be it's gonna spiral out of control. Remember, the Bible say, if you dig one hole, you might as well dig two. Because the hole you dig for somebody else is the hole you digging for you. You see, and right now you got a lot of people that are getting rid of race relations, getting rid of the DEI programs, discrimination. Like, they ain't gonna need this. And seeing at some point, white people gonna be on the bottom. They've been on the top for so long. Man, I'm doing good. I'm still here. They've been on the top for so long. Eventually, they're gonna fall on the bottom. And the same stuff that they have eliminated for black people to hurt them, gonna end up hurting themselves. Cause one day, y'all gonna need this stuff. Okay? One day, you're gonna, you need a good shoe shine, you need to go to your daddy. Ask your daddy to give you a good shoe shine. That's what you do. All right? You need a good shoe shine, go to your daddy. And go get your dad to do it. Okay? Go get your dad to do it. Or your uncle. Or your brother. Yeah, go get one of them to do it. All right? And you can come up in here with all of that stuff that you want to, but it's okay. Let me see. Do I remember you? I'll find out if I remember you or not. I certainly will find out. Let me see. Let me go to your channel. Life on the Edge. I said you was full of shit. You probably was at that time. you probably was. If I told you at that time, you probably was full of shit. Okay? All right? You probably was. Ain't no let me see here. Anyway, Y'all, we in trouble. We in big trouble. Okay? It ain't about wait, hold on. Let me just do this. Let me do this because I'm gonna just get rid of you because I don't even feel like dealing with that. I don't even feel like dealing with that. Let me just get rid of you. All right? Just yeah, I did. I went a few. Yeah, I've been trying to get back on Jesse Lee's show, but he won't let me come on. He won't let me come back on no more. I've been trying to get on, but he don't wanna let me come back on. He don't wanna let me on his show. He don't wanna let me back on that because I put my foot up in Jesse Lee Peterson's ass. That's what I would do, and he know that. And we both from Alabama. We both are from Alabama. And Jesse Lee don't want to mess with me because I put my foot in his ass. All right? While you cannot have a civilized conversation, you will never solve anything. I agree with that. Um, yeah, I would agree with that. If you can't sit down, if you don't know how to talk, don't learn how to talk to each other and stop talking at each other, ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. And I don't know. Um, oh, I got some stuff I'm working on. I got some stuff I'm working on. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Um, a free National Park Service permit is required for First Amendment demonstrations involving more than 25 people on a national mall. Okay, and so when I saw that, I said, well, um, can one person get a demonstration permit? Let me see. Let me show you. Uh, so yes, one person can obtain a national park demonstration permit in DC, though it's generally not required for groups of 25 or fewer unless specific equipment like sound amplification is being used. Now, if that guy had never arrested me, I would have never discovered this. So when I'm doing Monday morning, first thing, I'm going down to the National Park Service and I'm going to get me a demonstration permit that will allow me to not only accept donations, but play my music. See, this guy done violated my first because it says uh uh um that free speech is generally protected. Okay? Free speech is generally protected. So now he has denied me by confiscating my speaker and my sign. He has uh, um, denied me my First Amendment privileges. He violated my First Amendment rights by confiscating my stuff. And I even looked up panhandling on it's arrestable when you are aggressive. See, it's arrestable when you are aggressive. I'm never aggressive. I just have a donation bucket out. If you want to drop something in, you do. If you don't, it's okay. Okay? No. It says I gotta go and because at Lafayette Park every 7 days. I've been there 6 years, but you have to renew this permit every 7 days. And I didn't because nobody was bothering me. I didn't I didn't worry about. I just I went back on the. I was using the laws that I was familiar with when I was a street vendor. And that's like 30 some years ago. But there's been some changes. Okay? I've been doing it for 6 years. And I just got arrested for panhandling. Oh, they locked me up. Okay? They locked me up. And listen, one of the things I did, I went to here's what see, it's not. Look, y'all. I went on X, put his picture, and was asking people to call down to the precinct, call down there and tell them release my stuff. Okay, yeah, they retarded, man. Yeah, they are. That dude Jake Lane came here today, and he got arrested. He came down here. This is this white boy. He be spewing out a lot of hatred, a lot of division. Came to DC today, and they locked him up. Okay. Shoot. I thought First Amendment gives us the right to peaceably assemble. What's this needing a permit bullshit? It's on national park land. It's on national park land. I found out that, let me show y'all. Let me show it to you. Let me show you. Man, I even asked this guy for an inventory. He told me no. I said, man, can I get an inventory of what you confiscating for me? He said no. He gave me a phone number and an address to call to get an inventory. Okay? But I don't feel it don't make me no difference. I could care less what color that fence is. It don't matter. But look, let me show you something. I didn't know this is the form for them to release me from going to jail. I didn't know that a police officer could sign this. See, it says issued by the acting clerk of the Superior Court of District. Man, police sign this. They gonna let you go? This is a police signature right here. And look, they ain't even put the date in the right place. This is what my date is when they sign it. Look where they put the date. A police officer, and I only found that, and I also found out that if they don't ask you any questions, they don't have to read you your rights. You hear me? If they don't ask you any questions, they can arrest you and never read you your rights. I just found that out. I didn't know that. I thought I'm under the impression, man, every time you get arrested, they got to read you your rights. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. Oh, that was the sidewalk. No, that was the sidewalk. They didn't have an opening for wheelchairs at the sidewalk. See, you have to have a ramp so that wheelchairs can access the street. That's OSHA. And they wouldn't put a ramp out for wheelchairs. That's what I was complaining about. Man, since you done blocked off these fences, put a ramp so when people come with a wheelchair, they can get down and get back up. They ain't got to ride all the way out the way to go down to a ramp and then come back. You got to ride, go a whole block to use a wheelchair ramp and then come back up. And when you leave, you're gonna have to go back another block to get back up to do that. That's what I was complaining about. Okay? No, no. No, that's what I learned. Cause I went down there. This so nasty sergeant, man. I mean, he was, and see, here's the problem. Let me tell you. So what I did was, and I sent a complaint to Internal Affairs on this guy. I yesterday, I got a little. This is my boom box. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm using. This is my boom box that I'm using now for my music, and this guy came down from he be protesting about his country, about China in his country, and he started blasting some music, and and I couldn't compete. So I just said, you know what, man, I'm gonna go get me a lemon bar from the bakery. They got some lemon bars that I like, and and I'll go, and I was walking away, and the Spirit of God said, sometimes somebody's gonna have to be the one to challenge injustice. Somebody got to challenge it. And this guy has, I mean, he would lock up these young black vendors, man. They be selling ice cream and water. I mean, he take the stuff, man, and won't give them an inventory, won't do nothing. And just destroy this shit. Give it away. He got pleasure out of arresting out of taking these kids' stuff that's just trying to make a living. Okay, so when I asked him for my inventory, he told me, no, I'm not giving you one. I'm not giving you one. You call this number. You want inventory? Call this number. So what I'm gonna do Monday, I'm going to get this permit, because I'm gonna show them that see, when I went down there before, I didn't know what to ask for, and I'm going to ask them. I want a demonstration permit. That's what I want. Okay, that's me. That's me. And I've been at that 6 years, man. That's my message. Stop hating each other because you disagree. And that'll fit anywhere in the world in any language. I told y'all, I sent out a press release. This is my press release. Let me read it to you. This is my press release that I sent out. Immediate release. Don Folden, also known as the True Conductor, was arrested on Tuesday, February 24, 2026, at Lafayette Park for panhandling by the park police. Folden, a familiar presence at the White House for the past 6 years, claimed that Officer R. Toyer has a personal vendetta against him, particularly targeting black individuals. Folden recounts that he made Officer Troyer apologize a couple years ago for being wrong, and since then, he believes the officer has been seeking revenge. While playing the national anthems of other countries and uplifting music, Folden has a donation bucket for those who wish to contribute. Despite some people enjoying his music and creativity without offering thanks, Folden remains undeterred. He believes his message, stop hating each other because you disagree, is universal and can resonate anywhere in the world, regardless of language. However, he acknowledges that people are hesitant to embrace something positive. Before promoting his message, Folden advertised his business, DCBlackTours.com, which he paused due to lack of interest. A former street vendor, Folden has long been a community activist. He ran for mayor in 1994 against Marion Barry and multiple times for city council. Additionally, he successfully fought corruption in the MPD's vending unit, leading to the imprisonment of Officer George Hardy and David Brooks in the 90s. Folden believes that Officer Troyer is trying to inflict as much financial pain and suffering as he possibly can by confiscating his speaker, sign, and money. He can only retrieve those items after his court date, 3/19/26. Okay? That's when I can that's when I can get it back. Okay? So in the meantime, I'm going to apply as much. And man, let me show y'all. I must be close to something good. I gotta be close. Cash App. Deactivated my account. Let me show y'all. I still have not been able to find what violation I did against their terms of service for them to be able to deactivate my account. I got on social media. Listen, this is what they said. We conducted a review of your account. Based on that review, we have found activity that violates our terms of service. As a result, your Cash App account will remain deactivated, and you will no longer be able to use your account or its features, but they won't tell me what the violation was. They said they did a review and they found some vibe, but they won't tell me what it is. And that's all I've been asking. Man, what did I do? What did I do? And if I did something wrong, man, I done contacted them about 5 times trying to, man, just tell me what was my violation. Tell me my violation, Cash App. And they won't. They tell me they found one, but they won't tell me what it is. Fuck them. I had to do without. And my biggest supporters, Bernie was my biggest supporter on Cash App. Bernie. At first, it started out with Everett Overton. Okay? He started out, man, really blessing me. And then Bernie found out about me through him, and Bernie was my biggest giver on Cash App. My biggest giver on Cash App, man. And now I can't get nothing. But that ain't gonna deter me. It ain't gonna deter me. Okay? So remember, let me tell you something, boy. Adversity guards the door to success. The closer you get to the door of success, man, stuff is gonna start going haywire in your life. I mean, it's gonna go haywire to try to discourage you and make you quit because you're close to the door of success. See, so now, and then this morning, my daughter texted me about, 2:00 this morning. At Truth Conductor. It's on that. At Truth Conductor. Is my Venmo. At Truth Conductor. Is my Venmo. My daughter texted me about 3:00 this morning to tell me that we had bombed Iran. And I thought, like, I wonder if with this guy confiscating my speaker and my sign is God's way of moving me out of harm's way. They said I was panhandling. They said I was panhandling. God said I was panhandling, and he has the option of whether to give me my stuff back or keep it until I go to court. So he chose to keep it until I go to court. You know? So, but see, I'm playing music, I'm entertaining. I play national anthems of other countries. That's how I make my money. Playing national anthems of other countries. That's how I get my donations. That's where most people give me money for playing their national anthem in front of the White House. That's how I get my money. You know, just using my creativity. And there's a guy down there with a Trump mask, man, he gets paid. That boy pull out a knot of money like this. Okay? He get paid. I play the only national anthems. Well, I ain't gonna be playing America's now because we in war. Israel, you can offer me $10 billion to play Israel's national anthem in front of the White House, and I say, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay? And I mean that. You can offer me $10 billion, go down there in front of the White House and play the national anthem of Israel. Man, fuck you. Okay? All right? That's it. So Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, and Russia. Because I don't want people to think that I'm taking one side or the other. See, they might hear one national anthem and don't stick around to hear the other one. So I don't play them. So now I ain't playing America or Iran's national anthem because they at war. Okay, so I'm not gonna play. I mean, and even when I get people come down and why don't you play America? When I do play America, you don't even say thank you. You won't say a word. When I do play America, I have people see. It's just a little creative. Man, I would play somebody's national anthem and give them the microphone, sing it. And people be singing the national anthem of their country, and folk talking about, well, why ain't you playing America? Why don't you come up here and sing it? Okay? I had that. You know, I had that. If you like the sign, like the bucket. I had that. I had that very statement I had on my bucket. If you like the sign, like the bucket. But I had one lady come up and say, she had a $20 bill in her hand. She said, now, I'm going to put this in your bucket, but I don't want you to go get no alcohol and drugs. I said, put that back in your pocket. I don't even want it. I said, look at me, ma'am. I'm 73. Do I look like a goddamn alcoholic or drug addict? Do I look like that? Keep your money. And that's the attitude of a lot of people. Well, if I give you some money, what you gonna do with it? Maybe something else positive. This Eric say he don't know why I have a chip on my. I have a chip on my shoulder about injustice. That's what I have a chip on my shoulder about is injustice. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Okay? Boy, I got me I got me another one up in here. Let's see who this is. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see who you are. You know what, Timmy? Little Dick Timmy, I'm going to let you hang around. I'm going to let you hang around, little Timmy. Okay? I am. That's me. I am an Underground Railroad. You're right. I am. That's how I'm gonna let you hang around, man. Okay. I'm gonna let you hang around. Cause all that negativity that you put in the universe, it's gonna come back to you. It ain't coming back to me. Okay? It's coming back to you. And see, the nigga is probably the one that's between your woman's legs. That's who probably between. That's why you're so angry. Cause a nigga is between your woman's legs or your mama. That's why you're mad. That's exactly why you're mad. Okay? A nigga is fucking somebody, a woman you love. That's why you're mad. All right? So, see, I'm gonna show you, man. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how. Let me see here. I think this is the one. Hold on. I was down at the White House, and no, that's not the one. Must be the one. I was down at the this guy, Joe Flood. I had this white guy, man, Joe Flood, to come down to my first time back after to the White House after I got arrested. Man, dude came down. He dropped $10 in my bucket. He said, "Man, I just had to come down here and support you." Okay, I had to come and just support you. So, and I mean, I've never been a person that's been afraid to speak up. And what I've found is a lot of people are uncomfortable with a black man that ain't afraid to speak up. They're uncomfortable with that. You know, when you stand up for your rights, when they uncomfortable with that. They're very uncomfortable with that. And I've found in my 73 years that be the case. You know, I mean, my high school that I graduated from in Alabama, you know, my mom and my stepfather had to come down there because they kicked me out of school because I spoke up. And they suspended me because I spoke up in high school. They suspended me because I spoke up. I wasn't scared. And I've always been that way. I've always been that way. I don't get intimidated by people. They can't intimidate me. And that's why I lost my job at Metro. Cause them motherfuckers couldn't intimidate me. And I told them, you ain't, man, fuck you. You ain't intimidating me. It's not gonna happen. And they stole my job. That's the only way they can get it. They stole it. They stole it. And see, and this is the problem with most poor people. When they are subjected to an injustice, they ain't got money to get a lawyer to fight. They have to eat that. Because if they go to a lawyer, um, they got to have some money. And 9 times out of 10, they live in just one day at a time, trying to keep their head above water. They ain't got no money to go out and do it. So that's why most folk have to resort to just being abused, because they can't defend themselves. They don't have the resources. They really don't. Okay? All right. Uh, it's E-Ride at Austria. Austria. Man, I play y'all national anthem sometimes too. Austria. Say, how do I ask my crush out? Hey, so first of all, find out what your crush like. Okay? Find out what your crush like. And then say, hey, they got this activity happening there. Would you like to go? You can't be scared. Find something that they like to do and invite them out to do it. That's just that simple. It's just that simple. This guy, Andrew E., has a song uh, uh, that says, marry, if you want to be happy, marry an ugly person because beauty is in the heart. Okay? That's a song. And he came out, I met him at the White House. Man, dude dropped $100 bill in my bucket. And every time somebody from the Philippines come to the White House, I play the national anthem. Well, I do that anyway because my wife is Filipino. But I play Andrew E.'s song. All right? Yeah, well, thank you. Man, I'm married. I'm sorry. I'm married. See, I got a ring on my finger, man. I ain't seen her in a minute, but I'm faithful. God can't bless wrong. God can't bless wrong. I could be screwing out of both legs. I ain't seen this year be 7 years, man, since I've seen my wife. And I could be screwing out of both legs. But God can't bless wrong. All right? He can't bless wrong. So and if you want to know how a person is, look at what they do when ain't nobody watching. If you want to know how a person really is, their true color is going to come out when ain't nobody watching. All right? When ain't nobody watching, that's when their true colors are going to come out. All right? So, God got me on a mission, and he said he would restore everything the cankerworm, the palmer worm, and the locust has eaten. And I can't ask for a restoration and out here cheating. For me to cheat on my wife, God ain't gonna bless that. God ain't gonna bless that. And I know that. So I just keep my head down. Keep my head down. And just do what I need to do. Okay? Jamaica is in the house. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. That's the Jamaica is the only country that I've taken my children to when they were little kids. I mean, I would listen to Bob Marley. I mean, we get in the song, man, and and I'd be playing music from Bob Marley. I said, one day we're going to Jamaica. And and we went. We went. They were like 6, 7 years old, 7 or 8 years old. It's little kids. Took them to Jamaica, man. And it was an experience. Really was. Really was. Went to the grill. Yep. And and this hotel this resort that I stayed at, I was the first customer of this resort in the grill. I need to get back there. Somebody asked me, why am I gay? A shithole is not my pleasure palace. I like poo nanny. I don't enjoy a shithole, whether it's on a man or a woman. I don't enjoy a shithole. I like poo nanny. That's what I like. I like poo nanny, buddy. I ain't nothing a man can do for me. No, ain't nothing no man can do for me. I like poo nanny. And why waste some good dick on a shithole? You got some good dick. Why you gonna waste it on a shithole? No, man. Waste that on some poo nanny, buddy. Yeah, give me that poo nanny. That's what I like. So if you want to, if that's your lifestyle, if that's what you like, man, that's what you got to live. When you close your eyes, that ain't gonna affect me one way or the other. Your sexual preference ain't gonna impact my life one way or another. All right, it ain't gonna impact me. So you can do whatever you want to do. I could care less. Don't mean I have to respect it or accept it just because you want to do it. Do what you want to do. Live how you want to live. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to account for that, not me. I could care less. So somebody say, how do you feel about the world being flat? Well, if it's flat, how come ain't nobody ever shown you the edges? Think about that. If the world is flat, how come nobody has ever shown you the edges of the world? It's flat. If it's flat, why nobody has ever gone to the edge? Either way, east or west, north or south. How come nobody's never found the edge? Okay, seriously. If the world is flat, how come ain't nobody ever shown? You mean out of all this time, the millions? Man, let me show y'all something. This object, 3-eye atlas, that's sometimes next month is supposed to be around Jupiter. They say this thing is billions of years old. Where did it get its fuel from? If it's billions of years old, how is it able to produce fuel all this while? And what do you know that's billions of years old? That sounds like God to me. Okay? That's okay. It's sometimes you need you need some stupidity and uh, 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 to use as an example. You know, sometimes you need some stupidity so you can and it's not you know sometimes it just depends on what a person say. Here's one of my uh, monitors. Tanya, she monitors my page. You see her shit is blue, right? That means she can she can go in and block your ass if she want to. She's a moderator. Bernie is my other moderator. I ain't seen him in a minute. I ain't seen Bernie in a minute, but he's another moderator, man. He's another one of my moderators. Yeah, he's another moderator. Yeah, Tanya and Bernie are the two moderators for my page. So I you know I got to look. Let me look you up. Let me look you up. Let me look you up. Yeah, let me look you up. Let's see here. Hold on here. Let me go to your channel. You know what, life? I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance, life. I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance, man. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance. There you go. There you go. Okay. You on. You on. Yeah, I put you as a standard moderator. So there you go. Okay. Yeah. All right. There you go. See, you're a standard moderator right now. So I got two. Since I ain't seen Bernie in a minute, that now I'll bring you on. Okay. I hope Bernie is doing okay. I haven't even heard from Everett, man. I hope they doing okay. Hope they do. I'm sure Everett is doing well, man. If anybody ever, man, y'all, especially a lot of you young guys, man, y'all need to check Everett Overton out. You really do. Okay, you really do. Uh, here he is right here. This guy. Hey man, hold on.
Rated R. Repetition. The more you do something, the better you get at it. The better you get at it, the more confident you are. The more confident you are, the more settled you feel. Master one thing at a time. Get good at this one thing. What is that one thing that you're passionate about and that you're very good at? Man, even the dude or the woman with a gift from God, let's say that, it's just in your DNA. Man, without reps, though, you won't seize every opportunity.
Man, check this brother out. But if you don't use it, a lot of you young boys, man, you young bucks, y'all need to check this brother out. You need to check Everett out, okay? You really need to check him out. He's a good brother, man. I mean, this brother, when I first started in here, man, I didn't know where money was coming from. One time I checked out and I was sitting in my car and the Lord said, don't move. Just sit here. Don't move. And this dude sent me $500. See, man, go get your room. Go get your room. Okay, sent me out of the blue. All I know is that I looked at his logo. He had EO, and I was like, man, this guy. And then I finally I said, oh shit, this is who this is. Okay, and that's how I met Everett, man. And he would continually be supportive, be supportive. And now that my Cash App, I mean, like, they deactivated my account. I was like, man, that is two of my biggest givers. Can't even donate to me now because I don't have my Cash App. So I was just like, okay, whatever God, you just gonna have to make do. Then I had this year, Jefferoni is my biggest giver so far this year. A guy named Jefferoni. A couple Saturdays ago, I was doing a live, and that brother he gave me $1 on my PayPal. Then he gave me $100. Then he gave me $200. And he sent me another $200. He gave me $500. And for 2026, Jefferoni is my biggest giver, man. He's my biggest giver this year. My biggest giver is Jefferoni. He come on, and I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I got Zelle. Yeah, I do. Let me hold on. Yeah, I got Zelle. I had to give you my phone number. I had to give you my phone number, but yeah, I do have Zelle. Who's that? Right here. Okay, this is. Hold on. There's my Zelle right there. That's my Zelle. Okay. Oh, it didn't. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got to do that again. Uh, 217. Okay, let's see if it'll work this time. Oh, so it's still coming out with my, but that's Zelle. That my cell number, my phone number is Zelle. But that's my Zelle right there. Okay. Let me see what we got here. Okay, man. I don't get I could care less, man. All these cats doing all this crazy stuff. Man, you're gonna have to answer for that. Not me. And I'm not gonna get distracted by some foolishness somebody else is doing. See, that's how they keep you off balance. You worrying about what somebody else is doing rather than what you need to be doing. See, you don't do what you need to be doing because you're too busy being concerned about how somebody else living. I could care less. Ain't gonna put one dime in my pocket. Not one dime am I gonna give from that. It's all a distraction. That's what it is. It's all a distraction to stop you from doing what you need to be doing for yourself. And you got too many people out here that are so concerned about what other folk are doing that they ain't paying attention to their own fucked up lives. Okay? All right? I mean, that's just the way it is. Man, let them folk get into their foolishness. You know, and see, like a lot of people talking about the Epstein files. Well, where were them parents of some of them? You haven't heard one parent speak up on behalf of their child. You haven't heard one parent speak up on behalf of their child being mistreated. Where were the parents? Okay, where were the parents of some of these girls? How could they go and do all of this stuff and travel and you not know where they are? Okay? How is that? How is that? Okay? How is that? And that's all I want to know. Where the parents, man? Where were the parents of some of these girls? And you ain't heard boo out of the parents. I have not seen, as much as they've been talking about this stuff, I have not seen one parent to come up on behalf of their child. Not one parent has come up on behalf of their child. Not one. Now tell me if I'm lying. Okay? Tell me if I'm lying. See, that's a parent problem right there. Some of these girls, and they weren't from the ghetto either. We talking about some people that came out of some, because they were going around affluent homes. Okay, what is your best word of wisdom? Say what you mean what you say. That's say what you mean what you say. No. They wasn't ghetto, man. These parents, these were affluent white girls that they were going after. Cause he said, don't bring me no niggas. That's what he said. See, if it was some black girls, they wouldn't even give a shit. They wouldn't even care. If them girls was black, man, it wouldn't be. He'd still be alive today, doing what he was doing. If them girls was black, he would still be alive and still free, doing all the shit he been doing. How come ain't no parents come forward? Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, regardless whether it was boys or girls, where were the parents? That's all I want to know. Where were the parents? How your kid gonna go to an island, which means they gonna be missing, and you not know? And you not know? I haven't seen one parent that come up with a missing child's report. Not one parent has come up and filed a missing child report. Not one. Haven't seen one parent protest on behalf of their children for justice. Not one parent. Why is that? Why is that? I mean, I just want to know. Where were the parents? You know, everybody, and yes, man, that's demonic. But where were the parents? Somebody had to participate in order for this guy to keep doing this stuff the way he was doing it. Some parents had to participate with that. They had to be a part. For him to be successful, man, he had to have participation of parents. That's just how I see it. It's just how I see it. All right? I love spaghetti. I love spaghetti. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, that's what I need to cook me some spaghetti. Yeah, I need to cook some spaghetti. But anyway, man, let me get out of here. It's been a pleasure. Um, um, let me see. Hey, Life, thank you, man. Thank you so very much. Uh, thank you. Yeah. Um, but man, we gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better. We're gonna have to do better. And if we don't, we all gonna perish. Everybody's at risk now. Nobody's safe. And we got too many people who are going around acting like they're safe. And they're not. You're not safe. You're not safe at all. And you need to wake up to that fact. You ain't safe. You ain't safe. Like I said, what body do you know that don't have a left and right side? What body do you know that don't have a left and right side? That's what makes you, because you have a left and a right side. No, I don't do red meat. I don't do red meat at all. I cook spaghetti, it'd be nothing but vegetables. I'm not a meat eater. And now they talking about, I don't know if y'all been seeing this now, but a lot of people saying some of the meat y'all eating got humans in it. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about some of the meat that we're eating right now in America is humans. They're putting human beings in the meat that you're eating. If that ain't enough to make you become vegetarian, if that ain't enough to make you become a vegetarian, boy, you eating humans? They putting humans now in the meat? Oh no, hell no, So that oxtail, you know, that oxtail that they know, that might be, yeah, they putting humans, man, human meat. You're a cannibal and don't, yeah. And that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and a lot of people say, "Man, that's pathetic, man." Uh, it's to God got a special protection over little kids, And the people who have been abusing these children, say, suffer not little children. You know, Jesus said, suffer not little children. A lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people don't believe that. Suffer not little children, man. Man, in fact, let me read that scripture. I want to read it. I'm gonna read it completely. I think for they. Here we go. Uh, it's Matthew 19:14, Mark 10:14, Luke 18:16. Suffer. Um, Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me get it. Go to Mark 10:14. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna read it for you. Let me read it to you. Suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. When you start messing with little children, um, you don't. Am I a conductor? Yeah, I'm a true conductor. Man, let me tell y'all how I came into. Let me tell you how I came into this. When um, when I was fired by Metro in 2010, I started working for myself. Well, first I started volunteering in church, and then while I was volunteering in church, serving, Phil Mathis, may he rest in peace, came up to me and said, "Man, I like how you serve, and I want to help you. I want you to go look at this car." Gave me the address over in Alexandria. Said, "Go look at this car, and next Sunday, tell me what you think." So I went and looked at the car, and it was a limo, a 1996 Fleetwood Cadillac, 6-door. He was in the funeral business. It had 6 doors. I mean, that joint was clean, with 29,000 miles on it. And I went back and said, "Phil, this is a limo, man." He said, "I know, that's all I got." He said, "But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell it to you for $5,000. And here's a number. I want you to call this guy up and tell him I said to finance it for you." And I had $500 in my pocket. I said, "You know what, man? Take this $500, good faith deposit." And I didn't know where that money was gonna come from to get taxed. And I told y'all they fired me from Metro. So one day I come home and this handwritten envelope from the credit union was sent to me. And I looked at the letter because I owed them some money, and I threw that shit in the trash. I ain't even opened it up. I threw it in the trash because I wasn't interested in nothing they had to say. And Spirit of God said, "No, no, you need to look at that envelope. Look in that envelope." And I looked in the envelope. It was a $3,700 check from a class action lawsuit that I was a part of, and I didn't know nothing about it. And they tell you, if you cash this check, that's it. You ain't getting no more money, right? Shoot. Man, I went and cashed that check, and that's how I got my tags and my insurance. And I got started. And I was wearing a suit. And started working. I started working that limo, man. Go hang around the hotel, and I remember my first big client. I was talking on the phone to somebody, and they was asking me a question. I say, yeah, I do tours. I help people. And a lawyer was walking in. He said, hey, that's your car? I said, yeah. He said, I got some business for you. And that's how I got started. That's how I got started. And then eventually, I picked up a Ford Transit 350, and then I got a Mercedes Benz. I got a Sprinter, and I was working them two cars, man, by myself. I was working them by myself, trying to get my shit off the ground. And I've never been afraid to try my ideas. Okay. No, I don't. I used to love chicken, but I'm figuring, man, that's some man-made shit. How many chicken? Look at the chicken ain't got but two wings. How many chickens are you gonna have to kill for all over the country for all these wings that people be eating? How many chicken? Chicken ain't got but two wings. How many chickens are you gonna have to kill to get a? Think about it. How many chickens you got to kill? So some of that stuff, man, is reproduced. It ain't chicken. It ain't chicken. You think it's chicken, but it ain't chicken. Some of that stuff. Come on, man. You got 400-500 million just in America. 400-500 million people. Ain't that many chicken farms around to produce all them wings? So where that meat coming from? Where it's coming from? Think about it. Where it's coming from? Where is it coming from? So I just man, I stick to my vegetables. I'm sticking to my vegetables, man. I'm sorry. I don't trust this meat, man. We got in um I don't trust this meat we got in this country. I really don't. I don't trust it. And you can see, man, people going to other countries and talking about how different the food is, how much fresher it is in other countries than it is in America. No, I pass. I'll take my chances, man. I'll take my chances. All right. Hey, man, thank y'all so very much. Thank you. Okay. I'll be back. See you later.